Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just watched the movie Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, rented it on Redbox. And the movie is about Nicolas Cage returning as the Ghost Rider. And he's out to protect a mother and child. The devil wants the child's body to use as a carrier so he can walk around Earth. And Ghost Rider is there to save him, or to protect the kid and not let this happen. The movie is directed by the guys that brought you the movies Crank. I haven't seen them, but judging by this movie, their style is everywhere. This movie seemed like an extreme sports video, just with a lot of special effects and gunplay. And it was almost like an acid trip in some scenes. The movie kind of told some of the story in animation when they were explaining the Ghost Rider's character, why he is the way he is. And even the intro, Nicolas Cage's just a crazy over-the-top narration. It reminded me of Jonah Hex, just with the animated storytelling. And there was some ridiculousness in this that I had to compare this movie to the first one. When Johnny Blaze sold his soul, I don't remember there being a, multiple page contract with a post-it on the contract where Johnny signs his name over. I don't remember that. I remember it being in a parking lot and Peter Fonda walking up around the circus tent and taking Johnny Blaze's blood. And that was it. But anyway, it was a different director, so it's their retelling. It just didn't, I don't know, it just looked silly. This was the only movie I didn't get to see in the theaters that came up from Marvel. This is from the Marvel Studios division, Marvel Knights. You may remember they did the movie Punisher Warzone and the Black Panther, Spider-Woman, X-Men straight to DVD comic book DVDs. You may see those at some Walmarts from time to time. Anyway, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, Nicolas Cage, his performance in this, not good. He was just silly, way over the top. And I think I jumped ahead. I'll get more on Nicolas Cage. But the guys who directed this duo, I saw that they were going for a darker tone, other than the first one. If you remember, Mark David Johnson, I believe that was his name, that did the Daredevil movie. He directed the first Ghost Rider movie. The first Ghost Rider movie was it was bright, very comic bookish, very Marvel. It was silly. It was a little over the top, but it worked. And Ghost Rider is one of those characters where it should be a dark movie, and they tried it with this movie. And to me, it just didn't work. I just didn't like the way they told this story. These guys shot it like an extreme sports video, just converted into 3D with, Ghost Rider effects and, gunfire. And there was this one scene I could tell that if you saw it in the theater in 3D, there was this huge machine, this huge construction machine that was set on fire once Ghost Rider got in there and started playing with it and beating the bad guys. And that would have looked cool. And just one thing that was cool, the dude was shooting the gun into Ghost Rider's mouth, and Ghost Rider spits these bullets back out at him. That was kind of kick-ass. Other than that, this movie was silly, and silly is the best way to describe Nicolas Cage's performance in this movie. He was so over the top. It's just him laying on the ground and wiggling, and just him going nuts when he turns into the Rider. He didn't do that in the first one, I don't think. And I know, like I said, there's different directors, different ways they do it. But this one, they missed the mark. To this darker tone. And he was funny. This one, he was just psychotic in this movie. When he was explaining to a guy what happens when he becomes the Rider. When I become the Rider, I can't control myself. And he's yelling shit like, he's at the door, he's at the door. Something like that. And yeah, it was just way over the top. Nicolas Cage needs to really just tone down a lot, because he lost what he had in the first one. Like I said, the first one wasn't that great, but it was better than this movie. And also, I was disappointed. David Goyer is a writer I like. When the credits said, I saw David Goyer was the not director, but the writer of this. And David Goyer has done a lot of good things. He did the first 3 Blade movies. He co-wrote Batman Begins. He co-wrote The Dark Knight. And The Dark Knight Rises coming out. He wrote all those movies. He even directed one of my favorite movies called Zigzag. And I don't know what happened with this. He's a great writer, and this movie was just a bad acid trip. One good standout was Idris Elba. Idris Elba was great in this movie. He played a drunk priest that was trying to help Ghost Rider and the mother save the child. Ciarán Hinds played the devil in this. As you remember, Peter Fonda was a more cooler, laid-back guy playing the devil in the first movie. I kind of like Peter Fonda's performance better than Ciarán Hinds. Not knocking on Ciarán Hinds, is just, that's just my personal opinion. Also, Christopher Lambert's in this movie for like a split second. And there's this one character, they call him Decay. I don't know, he reminded me of a character from the first movie. I can't help but to compare Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance to the first Ghost Rider. And obviously you know which one I prefer about watching this movie. This movie's a waste of time. I'm sorry. I apologize to you guys who saw it in the theater that paid the $12 or plus $3 more to see it in 3D. And even this at the dollar theater, I kind of want to see it then, but I'm glad I missed out on it. I just hate that I wasted time on my day to watch this movie on DVD, and which is resulting in me wasting more time doing this review. Anyway, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. If you never see it, you're not missing a thing. Sorry for you guys again if you actually paid to see it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Till next time, folks. Bye.